3 days later, the mayor came into my office and he started to talk to me how bad we were, in dire straits, the city. And I just sat back and I said, Jim, I have something to tell you. I said, I've gotten a statement from Fifth Third. I said, I've never seen this bank account before. So he immediately called the FBI.
No hesitation?
No.
You all knew that this was a smoking gun?
Yeah, he said, I think there's a cancer at City Hall. That's how he worded it.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Welcome back to GMA3. That was a clip from the new show Scam Goddess, featuring the queen of investigating scams.
And it looks amazing. The show takes a look at everything from small-town swindles to big-city cons across the U.S. And here to tell us more and keep us safe from the scammers is the goddess herself, Laci Mosley, everybody.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Of course, right? That's what the old people say. It's good to be seen.
Not viewed.
Not viewed, right? So I'm a big fan of yours, a comedian and an actor, but where in the world did tracking scams come from, and what's the mission of the show?
Honestly, it was kind of a scam myself. I wanted to do a comedy podcast, and the market was really saturated with like new, current events things. And I realized I had a real love for scammers because they're very unserious people. Oftentimes they wear costumes, they have accents, are always in places that they don't belong, like actors. But I realized that this was my Trojan horse into the podcast scene, and so that's how it started. I was like, I'm doing true con, and then it's also a comedy show.
And you got a podcast and a book on scams. Is there one scam that sticks out to you, one story that just won't get out of your head?
There absolutely is. It's Rudy Kirkconnell. There is a documentary about him. He basically did wine fraud in New York. He would be in his kitchen cooking up wine like it was stir fry. He kept his house at wine temperature, and then he would bottle this wine, make it look old world, and sell it for millions at Sotheby's.
Wow.
And yeah, he was caught, he was jailed, and now he's out of prison, and he works legitimately in wine. Like, he'll go to billionaires' houses and he'll open their old world wine, and then he'll cook up his version, and they'll have dinner parties where they taste each. And I just thought that was like such a rags to riches scam story. Like,
wow.
But also, can you taste the difference?
that might be the scam in itself. This is the one in itself. I'm always like, oh, it has legs. right? So many legs.
It feels like these days like every time you turn around, there's a different scam. It's like texting your phone, emails, calls. What would be your advice to people that are trying to avoid being scammed?
I mean, it's obviously getting more difficult, especially with AI. Scam likely calls me more than my mom, which is saying something. But I would say that the ways that you can protect yourself from scams: 1, don't click on links. 2, your bank is like a jealous ex-partner. They know everything about you. They don't need to verify information with you over the phone, okay? And if you see a job that looks too good to be true, like work from home, make $500 an hour, and then they ask you to cash an e-check for $2,500,
Don't trust it.
Do it.
Have you ever been scammed?
Oh, all the time. Yes, I'm a victim. I haven't run any scams, but I have been.
That's in the next episode, right?
I have never run any scams, but I have been the victim of a scam, and I know how it feels, and that's why in the show Scam Goddess, I really wanted to highlight the victims who were brave enough to share their experiences, because a lot of times there's a lot of shame that revolves around being a victim of a scam because you think you're a fool or a patsy, when in reality, we all have needs, and when you have needs, there will be people around to exploit those needs.
You're right, and you're right about being scammed. I think
It happens more than people even realize, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. And you can catch the premiere of Scam Goddess Wednesday on Freeform.
Come on, goddess.
Next day Hulu. Yes.
Next day Hulu. All right, folks.